Welcome everyone to another Nations at Their Worst episode, which is the China special. In this episode, I'm gonna play three countries in the region of China. And without further ado, let's get into it because it's gonna take a long while and it's gonna take forever to edit. So, the first nation is not gonna be China because they don't have any mutually exclusive political paths, so yeah, China is out of the equation. First, I'm gonna play the worst warlord, which is Shanxi. You might think that Xinjiang is indeed the worst warlord, and it would be true if I wasn't playing on historical, but I am, so Shanxi it is. Here we are as Shanxi. We have an entire two divisions which aren't even trained, so amazing start already. We have government corruption, ineffective bureaucracy, and warlord state, and as you know, the warlord focus tree. Of course, we're gonna do secure internal politics first. Research is, the usual. We can build with two civs, and only in this place. Not even in our most developed region, so I guess let's put a civ right there. Mills, yeah, just guns. And we're also gonna trade one of the two civs away to, let's say, the Soviet Union. Do we have any generals? Yeah, this guy. Okay. I think I'm gonna just do a full back line right about there. No. Wait, I'm actually gonna draw it again to here. And also, before we forget, I'm gonna train up like 7 more divisions on highest priority. We're not making many guns, but it is what it is. With the political power we got from the focus, I'm gonna go up to partial mobilization just for slightly faster building. And now, actually, I'm gonna take a detour to the mills, because I kinda really need the guns. Okay, got the mills, so now we can focus on the worst path there is for the warlords, and that is indeed cooperation with the nationalists. And you'll see why. Next up is the new model province, and after that I'm gonna do embrace the opium trade, because yeah, it does give us minus 40% consumer goods, but it does not remove government corruption and doesn't get us one more building slot, which should come in handy. So yeah, it's kind of debatable which of the two is worse, but I'm gonna go with the opium trade. We got 12 more divisions, and let's hope we can churn out another 10. Also, I'm gonna train these to level 3. Alright, now the opium trade. After that, I'm gonna do reform the administration, which removes ineffective bureaucracy, and join the Republican government. Then the struggle can begin. The Chinese United Front formed, more or less, and I'm gonna join the United Front. Fuck you then. Why does China deny the request to join the United Front? What the hell? So, as you may or may not have guessed, the worst warlord is Shanxi because of Japan. So when they do the Marco Polo Bridge incident, which they're doing right now, they're gonna get a war goal against China and separately for Shanxi. So yeah, if I played Xinjiang, I would be at least territorially okay. But like this, like I'm gonna lose like 2/3 of the country. I mean, I could defend in these supply-less mountains, or I mean, it's more like deserts and some hills to a forest. So yeah, no, I'm just gonna defend in the mountains here. Okay, Japan is gonna declare in like a day or so, and join the Republican government is finished. So now I'm just gonna do these. These two aren't good for like anything really, especially not this. So I'm gonna get an extra research slot, and the reason why I'm doing cooperation with the nationalists is this shit. So yeah, it's just basically gambling for the national leadership of China. Yeah, I'm just gonna build support and hope for the best, while I'm trying to not die by Japan. Although, I don't know if I capitulate and in the Chinese United Front if I can still do this. Well, let's hope I don't have to find out. Come on, Japan. There we go. Now you want me in the United Front. Okay, Chiang Kai-shek. Alright. So I'm gonna kind of put some more pressure on China because of these three provinces, but oh well. Actually, they didn't even call in Manchukuo yet. Or Manchukuo. Not sure, I guess I'll join the war. They would call them in sooner or later anyway. Fujian supports us, yay. But the thing is, China can also do these decisions, so they can take back any state at any time. And you only get the points for a state if you have more than China, or if I was playing non-historical, there could be a third player in the ring here. So yeah, I think you can grasp why this is such a pain. Sometimes you can do two as well, I don't know on what basis, but at least that's good. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, China gains majority in Fujian, and that means I lost some points. You know what, China is defending me pretty well, to be honest, so might as well go and help out in Beijing. Yep, first naval invasion of many by Japan in Qingdao. Yeah, that's pretty shit. And they might pull away some troops from Manchukuo. That remains to be seen. Or like, China, you have so much shit around here, and not just China, all the warlords. I think I'm just not gonna do a focus now, because these four remaining ones are just so utterly useless. I would rather just do some power struggle decisions. Oh shit, Japan is naval invading next to fucking East Hebei. That's kind of rare, to be honest. Is that a port? Oh no, this is a port. Can you go from there to oh no, you can't, that's encircled, I think. Or who knows. Wait. Oh yeah, that should be encircled, yeah. Yep, just watch the heads roll. Or the helmets drop, I guess. Hunan supports us, yay. 15 fucking support points. And you need 17, which is a pretty arbitrary number for the more expensive places, or the places with more points. So let's hope either one of these is a success. Hey, I finally got 20 support points in fucking 1939. So it's time to gather some support in the places worth 9 points. Also, China managed to halt the Japanese at Qingdao pretty well. I'm kind of surprised they did, actually. Beijing supports us, Shanghai doesn't. I'm pretty close, so I'm gonna do a funny and negotiate support from really doesn't matter. And yeah, they want me to support their political agenda, which is gonna suck me dry of political power. But it is what it is. I'm gonna get 5 more support points. And now I have more than China at last. And also Japan is doing a suicide mission again. So it's time to take national leadership. Yay! Chiang Kai-shek submits. So, now I'm gonna do the power struggle, which is gonna change my focus tree to the Chinese focus tree. I'm gonna be known as China, and I'm gonna gain cores on all of China. So yeah, now it's not my core. And also I inherit China's garbage national spirits for some fucking reason. So I'm gonna have to get rid of army corruption and stuff. And now I need to reorganize the Chinese army, because AI. Yeah, I'm gonna do that off camera, so jump cut to where it's more organized than now. Alright, this is sort of organized. Also, if you're wondering why there's no generals or on any of these, that's because I didn't get the fucking generals. But of course I got the fucking army corruption and stuff and incompetent officers. That's just part of the China experience, I guess. Also, I kinda need trains for logistics, but I don't even know what a train is yet. And I kinda doubt I kinda doubt China does at the beginning either. Can I get like lend-lease from anyone? Not really. Not yet, at least, until World War II kicks off. And of course, the second it's not the AI, Japan just fucking bomb rushes Qingdao. So I'm gonna take on the offer of the warlords. So please send me your juicy divisions. Also, did Communist China just give me most of their army? Yeah. The fucking AI, man. Of course they naval invading Guangxi clique when I have the rest covered. Of course. They never do it when the AI is in control of most important things. But of course they fucking do it. When a player controls this. At least I can, at least I hope I can defend the port at least. Okay, now we have the normal Chinese focus tree. So I'm immediately gonna go for army reform. Also with the expeditionaries, I think I managed to hold Japan again. And now I have access to China's mills, so all on guns. I halted the Japanese at the port at least, with fucking 6 divisions. So that's 3 more Japanese divisions dead sooner or later. Yeah. Watch the helmets drop. Nice. I wonder about the casualties. Damn, it's almost equal. I mean, if you're only looking at main China, which is me. The fuck? Why are they letting me take back some of this area? They're not attacking the US yet. So, what? That's kind of weird. Okay, so... Oh, it's another suicide mission. Okay, good. Well... of course it is in fucking Guangxi clique. Of course it is. At least it only targets one port. Let's go, I managed to encircle 3 more Japanese divisions. Another naval invasion, I'm gonna guess Guangxi Click. Of course it fucking is. Well, it's gonna be one more suicide mission to add to the pile for the Japanese. And at last I removed incompetent officers. Oh wait, no, army incompetence, whatever it's called. And I also did the War of Resistance, so more defense. And I guess I'm gonna do War of National Liberation, so more attack. And now I'm not gonna do any doctrines yet. I want to remove incompetent officers. Another naval invasion, guess where? Oh, it's also in the Guangxi Click, so don't get me wrong, but it's a different place. And it's green already, so I think they can handle it. Not even sure which tile these are, but yeah, they can handle it. Another suicide mission with 7 divisions this time, pretty good. Also another encirclement right here. I think this is a pretty lucky run. Because, like, China didn't lose Beijing, like, Japan didn't naval invade Shanghai and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty lucky run. Alas, I can now remove incompetent officers, which also means I can do War of Anti-Imperialism, which is more attack and defense against Japan and Manchukuo. Not sure why not against Manchukuo, but oh well. I'm gonna try to clean up the Qingdao. It's not a pocket because there's 2 ports, but this area, the Shandong area, let's just call it. Also, yeah, they still have plenty of divisions. Another suicide mission with 6 fucking Manchukuo divisions. It's not even main Japan divisions. And of course they're going in for Tianjin again. And I finished War of Anti-Imperialism, so I should have now 25 attack and defense bonus against Japan. Next, I could go for Executive Yuan, but I have more than enough PP, I think. So I think I'm gonna go for the research slot. Well, Japan got French Indochina, but there's no divisions in there, so Yunnan and Guangxi Click are just taking it over. Oh, that's kind of bad. Let's hope I can save the Guangxi Click. Fuck. Why? Why? It was going so good. At least I have an army trained up if need be. And the need has arisen. We might take back the port. Please. Let's go. It ended up being another suicide mission, I guess. Or not. Or not, I guess. Oh well. But we did take back Qingdao. So, yeah, that's something. Also, it might be time to liberate Manchuria too. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Another encirclement, please. Nice. And it's before Japan attacked the US. Japan declared on the Philippines, so they're gonna have even less divisions over here, which is only good news for me. But they still are naval invading. The fucking Tonkin, of course. Oh well, I don't really care that much about that. They never once attacked like Nanjing or Shanghai or Fuzhou or whatever is down here, Xiamen. Not once, which is very weird if you ask me. Japan did just declare on the Allies too, so yeah, the US joined the Allies. So it's kinda, it's Jover for Japan. Let's see if I can, like, encircle, like, the entirety of Manchukuo. Is there even a supply hub in Manchukuo? Or, yeah, there is in Shanxi, but we can easily take that. Yeah, just like that. I don't think there is another one. Maybe in Sharar, but no, not even in Sharar. And it's encircled anyhow, so... Manchukuo capitulated. Beautiful. And now this entire thing is encircled. They took Beijing by sneaking. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna deploy the next, like, emergency squad. Just because I'm too lazy to, like, take away stuff from other fronts. I just got the communist uprising event. I hope the communist China at least waits until I'm done with Japan. But just in case I'm infiltrating things. I hope that doesn't mean that it's already on a timer. But just in case it is, another emergency squad. And on communist China, please. And Manchukuo also capitulated. So now I only need to take over Korea, and I think Japan will offer me a peace deal. But in Korea I have less bonuses against Japan because it's not my core. Well, not that bad, I suppose. Can I just walk in? It would be pretty funny, to be honest. It would also be funny if Communist China joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. You know what, how many divisions do they have? Goddamn. I think most of those should be in here somewhere. Let's just see if I can just walk in. Also call in the warlords. What? Communist China joined the Allies? Why? That's like retarded on another scale. Yeah, now I can't walk in. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they didn't call anyone else in yet. No, not from here either. Japan, please. Japan offers peace. Alright, the war has been won. But the Chinese Civil War hasn't been won yet. And I kinda don't want to do this, to be honest. You know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna use console commands. I think you can believe me when I say I could do it against Communist China. Well, not if they called in the Allies, to be fair. But they haven't yet. So I'm just gonna annex BRC. And there we go. So, all in all, this may not look like the worst path for a warlord, considering I did defeat Japan, but I think that was kinda mostly because of the AI being less shit than usual. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I did cooperation with the communists, I wouldn't have had to do the political struggle, and I would have become communist China just like this. So yeah. And Shanxi was the worst because Japan attacks you and takes over some of your territory, and that wouldn't have been the case with Xinjiang. So yeah, let's switch over now to the other China that just rose up against me. Alright, here we are as communist China, and this and the other country I'm gonna play in this episode. I'm gonna do it with more like a rapid fire playthrough, because yeah, I don't want to play an hour and a half for both of them. Editing this is gonna suck anyway. So as you saw already, we're strengthening the central secretariat. And I can't build anything in here except infrastructure, so infrastructure it is. And like with Shanxi, I need to sell half my economy for steel. So, Communist China doesn't really have that many mutually exclusive paths, only these three and this, and the resistance against Japan tree, but who cares about that? So, we're doing strengthening the central secretariat. And after that, we could do Marxist orthodoxy, agrarian socialism, which is the historical path with Maoism down here, or social democracy. And what I'm gonna do is social democracy, and we're gonna get Zhang Lan as the leader instead of Mao. There we go. This guy is now our leader. Now let's do coalition government, which is gonna start a power struggle with China for national leadership. So yeah, you might have guessed, that's the exact same thing I had to do with Shanxi. But with communist China, for a change, I guess. So yeah, it's the same thing. The Chinese United Front forms, and Yunnan wants to take part in it, but this time it's under my leadership, and China could take it over in half a year. Anyway, we're gonna purge the radicals now, so it's gonna remove power struggles, which makes things more expensive, and as you could guess, it unlocks these decisions. So yeah, time to do this shit again. Now let's do strengthen the left wing of the KMT, which is 70 days for minus 5% stability for normal China, as if that's gonna be like, if that's gonna do any meaningful damage to China. Well, Japan just declared on China and Shanxi. I'm gonna accept in the United Front. Yeah, it starts all over again. Xi-based Mao also wants in. Sure, I'm gonna join the war and stuff. But yeah, I'm still doing this and hoping for more and more support. I guess I can help out a tiny bit At least with communist China I have more than one general and Mao as a field marshal. Finally, I have 29 support points, more than China. I'm gonna negotiate support from Xinjiang. Well, no PP, but oh well. And I'm gonna do remove Chiang Kai-shek, for which I need more than 30, or at least 30. And Chiang Kai-shek will die, and China will lose 15 political support points. And thankfully, this focus will continue even when the requirements are no longer met. So China can't fuck with this. And after that, I'm gonna take national leadership. So, I removed Chiang Kai-shek, and now it's Kwong Wu, ideological crusader. I think this is just a generic guy. But anyway, oh, you can actually have negative political support points, it seems. Also, what the hell is other activities? Anyway. Oh, it was the CC click for like a second. So, Kwong Wu submits. At least I don't have to core all this, because it's already my core. And also, this is what I was imagining would happen, more or less, when I played with Shanxi. It would be significantly fucking harder to recover from this, which I'm not gonna do, so... so this... And I told you it was rapid fire from here on out, after Shanxi. So, yeah, let's switch over to the last country. And the last country in the China special is Manchukuo. And I don't think I even need to say what the worst pet they have is, but anyway. First I'm gonna attract foreign investors for 2 civs. Build like 1 civ like there, and it's not even gonna finish. And I'm also gonna queue up 3 of these horse divisions on high priority, and we can begin. We start as a puppet of Japan, an imperial protectorate. We have banditry, quantum veto, and low legitimacy. So yeah, we start at 2% stability and 0% war support. Amazing. And our leader is Aisin Gyoro Pui with warrior code, which doesn't do anything because it's only an AI modifier. And I think, yeah, Hirohito has this too. Even though we have an AI modifier called Ally Desire and Join Ally Desire minus 40 and 30. Japan is gonna call us in, so it's not like we have a choice or anything. So this doesn't really matter. It matters more for Japan, but not that much. Alright, I got 2 civs, which fucking doubled my factory count. So now let's do pacify the countryside. Also, I'm gonna take 3 more divisions, split them off. I'm gonna move these 6 to like there, and these 3 to there. Pacify the countryside is done. Now let's do army modernization. And the reason why I split off the armies, and there's one more in training, is because of this. So I can pacify bandits in the western countryside, so here. And I need 6 divisions at least in J-Hole to do it. And I don't want to waste guns on it, because I could hunt them down too, but that would take some guns. And also, now I can pacify them in the northern countryside too. So yeah, if you ever play Manchukuo for some reason, yeah, you should do this to get rid of the bandits quicker. Next, I'm gonna do trade delegation. And expand the textile industry. Actually, I should have done this first, before our army modernization, but oh well. I also did Law University to get the 3rd research slot. And now, I'm gonna do Obedience, which is obviously the worst path of the two. Yeah, Assertiveness is, like, obviously a lot of times better. So with the 5-year plan, we can build up our aviation industry for some reason. Although, to be fair, it does provide some a bit of a buff to military factory construction speed. Invest in the automotive industry, so that's just more armor research and same mill construction speed. Or a general program of industrialization, which is more civ construction speed. I think pretty much definitively is the 3rd one. That's the best. Although, to be fair, I could have gone for the worst, which would have been aviation, probably. But oh well. I'm gonna do the Mukden Arsenal now, which is 70 days for 1 mil. And also, now we are at war. But I'm not even gonna try to contribute to it, because, like, why? Although I could, I guess. Also, at least we have 4 generals. So I guess I'll put something on there. But they're, like, weak as fuck units. So yeah, it's just this, and cavalry is this. So yeah, we're not gonna achieve much with these, even if there's 12 of them. Which is majority horse. Next I'm gonna do invite Japanese investors. Which at least gives us 2 civs and an advisor. Next I'm gonna do these 4 focuses. So expand the railways, just a few more railways and infrastructure. Social research unit, which is just a research slot, although that's decent. Develop aluminum sources, which doesn't even give me aluminum, just excavation 1 for free and a decision. And expand Showa Steelworks, which is gonna give me 2 civs and another decision to develop resources. After that, MAMC. So just more breakthrough progress, some MIOs, and yeah, that's it. Alright, I did all of these focuses. Next I'm gonna do Huan Kyoku, which is gonna create an agency. Well, I actually could do it myself, goddamn. I think this doesn't exist in the assertiveness path, so that's 1 point for obedience, but like there's 26 points for assertiveness, so it's not worth that much. Now I have an agency that I can do much of anything with. Next I'm gonna do alliance with the Kwantung Army, which is gonna remove the Kwantung veto. Also, I'm pretty much permanently stuck on civilian economy because 1 war support. Also, you only get these 3, like, military staff, or military high command, yeah, that's what it's called. So, yeah, you don't really have much of a choice. But they're not, like, horrible or anything, but yeah, you don't get any other ones. Next up is Chinese leadership, which is gonna improve low legitimacy by 10% stability and war support, which is not much, as you can see. Yay, now we have also still 0% stability, but now 14% war support. Now let's do national cooperation government, which is gonna give me a core on all of China. But since I haven't contributed to the war, Japan is not gonna let me occupy any of it, so it's kind of a waste of time. At least I can do war propaganda, radio propaganda, and import propaganda films. So at least now I can go up to partial mobilization. Can't do much with 2 entire mills and 13 civs, but oh well. And next up is vassalize Manchukuo. And what I like about this focus is Manchukuo annexes Manchukuo. So Manchukuo doesn't get an event if they're like being threatened by us or anything else. No, they don't have any choice in the matter, they just fucking die. That's it. And just like that, Manchukuo is no more. And I get their divisions, which is... Manchukuo has just as much of an army as I do. Although I could have had a bigger one if I cared enough. So yeah, that's about it, but for these other 3 focuses I'm gonna use commands. So focus autocomplete and focus ignore prerequisites and focus no checks. Actually I didn't need ignore prerequisites, but oh well. So first I'm gonna do the 2 emperors. So normally you could do this if you were more autonomous than Imperial Protectorate and had more than 20% of Japan's total number of factories, which I do somehow, and more than 25% of the army than Japan. And then you would get some autonomy and modify low legitimacy by 20%, war support and stability. So it would look like this. So you can't remove this in the obedience path, it seems. So no matter what you do, you're gonna have a constant minus 20% stability and war support. Next up is the second 5-year plan. So wait 5 years pretty much. And same thing, so I don't know, automotive industry, sure. And finally is the national defense state, which is gonna give you plus 5% factory output for 70 days. And that's it pretty much. Yeah, there's some more stuff here, like get 2 more civs and some population and stuff. And 1 more research slot if you somehow had more than 50 factories. And yeah, some more command power. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this China special of the Nations at Their Worst series. And yeah, these were pretty garbage paths. I hope the upcoming Japan DLC modifies some of these too. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And the next video is... I'm gonna do my best for it to not be a month away, so I'm gonna try to be less lazy. And yeah, I don't have exams anymore, so there's that too. So yeah, see you in the next one.